Tank in San Jose, California. We are set for light heavyweight action. The number 5 ranked Julius Энglикас takes on Dövlet, Yagshymyradov.
And now ready to make his way to the cage, Dövlet, Yagshymyradov.
The pride and joy of Turkmenistan, paying homage to his roots, Dövlet Yagshimyradov looking to move to the 500 mark in his Bellator tenure. 1-2 with 1 TKO victory. He's also been stopped with strikes, and so he's coming off a win, his first victory in Bellator against former Bellator middleweight champion Rafael Carvalho. But when you look at the losses, John, they were against the deeper end of the talent pool in Carl Albrechtsen and Corey Anderson.
Yeah, I mean, he came into Bellator, he was in the light heavyweight World Grand Prix, and his first opponent was Corey Anderson. Not an easy thing, and I'm telling you that I refereed Yagshymyradov when in Russia. And back then, I realized super fast, incredible spinning attacks, and he's got a lot of power. So he is a really good fighter. He's just gone up against guys. The Albrechtsen fight was back and forth. It was so close. This fight, he took over and he showed exactly what he can do. Take a look at the elbows. He's got a very heavy ground and pound. He is a good but undersized light heavyweight.
Married father of 3. This month marks his 10-year anniversary as a professional mixed martial artist.
And now to make his way, Julius Энglикас.
31-year-old Julius Энglикас has vied for the Bellator light heavyweight title, losing to Vadim Nemkov at Bellator 268 back in October of 2021 via 4th round to Kimura. And, well, things did not get any better for him in his next fight against a former Bellator 205 champion, Phil Davis. So he's trying to snap the first 2-fight losing streak of his career.
Yeah, look, he's had an incredible start to his Bellator career, and then he faced Vadim, taking the place of Anthony Rumble Johnson, rest in peace, in that light heavyweight World Grand Prix. Didn't get the job done, almost had Nemkov out, hurt him in the first round. But you take a look at this man, and this is where I'm talking about Yagshymyradov being a little undersized. And Энglикас is huge as a light heavyweight.
And he told us that his movement and technical striking will be on full display against Yagshymyradov here tonight. John, take us through the numbers for this light heavyweight confrontation.
And really, I'm taking a look at this as far as the height, because 6'3" for Энglикас. He is a good wrestler, but Yagshymyradov does have good takedowns, and being at 5'11", dropping levels is going to be a little bit easier for him. We'll see if that gets it done.
With the official introductions, here's Michael C. Williams.
We welcome all those tonight joining us across the UK live on BBC iPlayer as we get set here at Bellator 292 to move to 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in 205.8 pounds. His professional record, 19 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. Fighting out of Turkmenistan, presenting Dövlet Yagshymyradov.
Can you quit by cutting down your smoking?
As you reduce your number of cigarettes, you feel a sense of deprivation.
And across the cage, his adversary out of the red corner at 6'3", weighing in 205.8 pounds. The former light heavyweight title challenger as a professional enters with 10 wins, 3 defeats by way of Lithuania. He fights out of St. Louis, Missouri, Julius.
You're going to see.
Firstly, Dövlet Yagshymyradov with 10 first-round finishes, 8 knockouts and 2 submissions, and immediately they touch gloves and now will look to touch each other in more violent fashion. Early calf kick to the outside of the lead leg by Yagshymyradov.
You're going to to see a lot of variety of kicks from Yagshymyradov. He loves the spinning attacks. He'll go after Энгликас on all levels.
Second punishing calf kick to the lead leg of Энglикас early by Yagshymyradov.
You can already see the mark on that leg based upon it. You can only eat so many of those before they'll have a major effect. Logan Storley in the last fight against Amazov, right away, that low calf kick made a difference in that fight.
Энglикас landed one of his own, but there's the third one by Yagshymyradov. Good counter right hand upstairs by Энglикас.
Yeah, if you're gonna eat that, you've got to make them pay.
And Yagshymyradov trying to take some steam off of those shots from the longer, lankier Энglикас, and there was an overhand right that just missed for Yagshymyradov. Almost fainting with the jab, looking to change levels, threatening, maybe trying to get him to bite, John.
Yeah, and you'll see Yagshymyradov he's got a very in and out bouncy attack, and he loves to throw a looping right hand over the top, and he'll always be bringing his head off to the left when he does that. So we'll see if Энglикас can read that and set him up for a counter.
It's a cavalcade of calf kicks for Yagshymyradov. Early lands a stiff 1-2 through the guard of Энglикas. Yagshymyradov, who Dan Lambert at American Top Team, spinning back fist by Yagshymyradov. He told us we haven't seen the best of Yagshymyradov yet. Hey, John, early signs are we could be seeing the best of Yagshymyradov here tonight.
Well, you can see that right now he's comfortable. He's having fun. He's out there just letting the fight flow, and he's making things happen. He's just not waiting and letting Энglикас determine when those engagements occur.
And Энglикas moving forward, light on his feet, high guard, wants to use the long limbs, trying to find a way to navigate his way inside. Number 5 ranked light heavyweight, another 1-2 to the face by Yagshymyradov, John. He's finding the timing now.
And that left hand stung him. You can see him take the step back. He got stung again.
Textbook 1-2 splitting the guard of Энglикас. The timing, the rhythm, all Yagshymyradov.
And the accuracy right now, he's on point.
Yep, surgical precision midway through the opening round.
One of the things to notice, look at Энglикas.
Oh.
He's giving some motion with his head and everything, but he's got to use his feet to move.
Linear.
Exactly.
Right.
Stop the linear attack, start getting lateral movement to cut angles.
What about the speed we're seeing out of the hands of Yagshymyradov? A beautifully delivered 3-punch combination with nothing but confidence and precision.
And this is what's giving right now Julius Энglикas problems, is the speed of those shots. Take a look, 20 of 32 by Yagshymyradov at 63%. Fantastic.
Unbelievable, and the numbers don't always tell the story, but
No, they do in this right now. They do
definitely at this juncture of the fight, as Энglикas moving forward again, unable to get on track as Yagshymyradov effective in the counter and goes again, John. Repeated attacks to that lead leg, which are only going to pay dividends as this fight unfolds.
It's putting money in the bank, and it's going to make it where Julius doesn't have that base to really launch heavy blows.
There's a naked entry by Yagshymyradov, shucked off by Энglикas.
And Julius decides to go to that wrestling attack. The damage on that leg is going to slow that shot down.
Lead left hook by Yagshymyradov. Oh! Right uppercut, checking the job. Энglикas. Hey, Энglикas wore it well. That jab popped his head back, but what a thudding uppercut by Yagshymyradov. Shades of Boichi Yamauchi against Naaman Gracie in his last fight. And in many ways, you know, Yagshymyradov looking to build his momentum. And by the way, Yamauchi will take on Michael Venom Page in what is a mouth-watering matchup to kick off the main card on Showtime at 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific.
Fantastic. Beautiful spinning attack, wheel kick.
He's having fun, John, at the expense of Julius Энglикas. Yeah. 30 seconds left in the opening round.
And notice right now, you saw it. Oh, beautiful.
Amplitude takedown by Dövlet Yagshymyradov. He just punctuated this round with a explosive exclamation point.
That's what we call amplitude. Elevating that man and bringing him down with power. That does not feel good when you hit the ground.
Hey, Dan Lambert's not a liar, that's for sure.
Never has been.
app του Foodie μπορείς να παραγγείλεις για delivery ό,τι θες. Το πρωινό σου καφεδάκι, την πίτσα, το μπέργκερ.
Слушаешь, что?
As you sound, would have been nicer if he...
Говорить, слушаешь, понял, все хорошо. Только собрано, всякую херню не...
When I mentioned fight.
Yeah, well, you're seeing, I'm seeing movement of the shoulders and head by Julius, but it's a linear attack. He's coming straight at Dövlet, Yagshymyradov, and he's got to use angles. He's got to create that angle that takes the power away from Yagshymyradov and puts him in a position to land his shot.
Энгликас wrestled 2 years at Brockport, NCAA Division III. Might want to try to attempt to do something to mute the attack of Yagshymyradov, who's been dynamic with some spinning attacks, has been surgically precise and very effective with the counterattack.
No doubt about it. This is the best we've ever seen him.
Amen. And for Энгликас, adjustments he needs to make in this second stanza, John.
Like I said, he's really got to use his footwork. Set yourself up just like that. You saw the angle he created as Yagshymyradov stepped up. He stepped forward. That gave him the opportunity to land that right hand.
More aggressive on Энгликас.
You can hear on Glix's corner saying, use your feet, use your legs. That's what's going to get you in place. It's not the leaning of your body.
Representing St. Charles MMA out of St. Charles, Missouri by way of Lithuania, head coaches Mike Rogers and Энгликас moving forward. And a better start for the Lithuanian fighter against the Wolfhound from Turkmenistan. Oh, nice counter there by Yagshymyradov.
Much better start by Энglикас here. He's doing it, and you see, he's bringing the kicks in.
Dutch combination.
And all that backwards movement, that can wear Yagshymyradov off. So at the end of the first round, we saw Yagshymyradov going forward. He needs to start to do that again.
And you wonder the pace that Yagshymyradov fought in that first round, if it didn't tax the tank a bit, because Энгликас becoming a little more accurate in finding the mark, and Yagshymyradov not as fluid.
A little bit more flat-footed. Not quite up on his toes the same way.
And there it's Энglикас now chopping down the lead leg of Yagshymyradov with those low kicks, and Yagshymyradov going to the uppercut well again.
Just missed that uppercut.
Oh, and telegraphing a spinning attack.
Энglикas is doing a very nice job of now incorporating the kicks to the leg here.
Sharp jab, a confident jab from Yagshymyradov, and continues to target and score as Энglикas and John McCarthy's talked about. A nice kick that was checked by Yagshymyradov. Энglикas goes back straight.
Yes, and you've got you circling out of that. Oh,
that's
nice
how what happens.
You cannot go back fast enough. They're going to only put you in a bad position against the cage. You got to circle out of that.
Энglикas with a much better job offensively, but yet Yagshymyradov continues to pop the jab. Our featherweight champion, Chris Cyborg, making sure Cyborg Nation knows about that loaded lightweight World Grand Prix that begins tonight with 2 quarterfinal matchups on the main card of Bellator 292, including Usman Nurmagomedov, the newly crowned champion, defending against one of the most decorated fighters in lightweight history, Benson Henderson. But right now, Энglикас turning the tables in the second round.
Yeah, right now, Энglикas is ahead in this, but you're starting to see Yagshymyradov land some shots. It's starting to turn just a little bit.
And yet Энglикas also discovering the use of his jab, looking to take advantage of the reach. But you're right, now in the minute and a half remaining in the round, there Yagshymyradov again, right uppercut, good counter by Энglикas with the straight right.
I'd love to see Yagshymyradov go to the body because you're seeing the hands come up really high. By Энglикas, the body's open, both kicks and punches.
Terrific light heavyweight scrap. John, when you and I discussed this fight, we agreed that it would be entertaining, competitive. Yagshymyradov looking to crash the top 10 rankings, while Энglикas at number 5 would love to find a way to challenge for the title and make it a successful challenge the second time around.
Yeah, you're taking a look, and there's that top spacing. So many good ones. Corey Anderson, Phil Davis, guys that are just at the top of the food chain. He's got to get past those guys if he wins this fight. But this right now is a very close matchup.
And Энгликас stuffs the takedown. The one area, Yagshymyradov, naked entries with a takedown.
Absolutely. He's not setting him up, not using his hands to set the takedown up.
Again,
naked entry, exactly. Just what you're talking about, but he gets it.
Deposited Энгликас onto the canvas with only 10 seconds now left in the second.
His elbow.
Hammer fist, ground and pound, so Yagshymyradov coming on at the end of the round.
It was a naked entry.
Losing streak.
You take a look, and that was a nice ending by Yagshymyradov, but I think Энгликас did enough in landing some of those kicks and the punches in the round. Both guys need to go after it in this third round.
And it's the jab, the steady diet of jab. Oh, a solid lead right hand that tagged the beard of Yagshymyradov from Энglикас. The footwork on display.
Sneaky little right hand over the top.
Oh, nice left hook to the body by Yagshymyradov, and then the jab upstairs by Энglикas.
When you're seeing Энglикas put those hands up so high, the body's open, go for it.
Their takedown techniques, both not at the level they wanted to be there. Even Энglикas just, again, telegraphing it from long distance, not setting it up.
Basically trying to overrun Yagshymyradov with that takedown attempt.
And the jab of Yagshymyradov now coming from the hip. Has to be careful of the counter, and of course, Энglикas' corner calling for that counter.
Slick little uppercut there, almost connected.
And Yagshymyradov's corner.
Yagshymyradov
Telling him not to circle the way into the power alley. Exactly. That's what she's not doing.
Yagshymyradov needs to just start to live off of that jab. Энglикas, based upon where his hand's at, doesn't see the jab coming up. And it doesn't have to hit with power. That's Artem Levin in the corner there. That is a kickboxing masterpiece of a fighter. He's the coach of Yagshymyradov now. And man, you talk about one of the best to ever do it in kickboxing.
Had the pleasure of calling many of his kickboxing fights, and you're right about that. And again, always mention another Bellator alum, Joe Schilling. He and Artem Levin had a great fight in Los Angeles, and Yagshymyradov building on that jab, but it's a single shot, John, not following up anymore.
You're right. He does need to, at times, you got to throw those combinations. Make him react to it. Throw your right hand, throw the hook to the body. It's got to be more than the one. There comes
there again, the combination of that stiff jab, right uppercut. Now midway point of the third. Overhand right lands for Yagshymyradov. When do you want, there you, on cue, I was just going to say, where do you want to see the sense of urgency?
Oh, nice combination right there, and that landed clean. 2 minutes, Julius. Yagshymyradov looking good right now.
And Энglикас has to get on track. He has to put that proverbial pedal to the metal. Just over 2 minutes left in the fight. Now the triple jab from Энglикas gets countered with the right hand from Yagshymyradov, who resets.
And it's the same thing for Энglикas. He's doing a good job of marching him down, but you've got to throw more than just that single jab. You've got to throw combinations.
And it's 2-1 in terms of total strikes landed for Yagshymyradov, a 2-1 clip. Just being that much busier, that much more effective, that much more diverse.
Let's go, there we go, push through it, Breathe too hard.
Watch that uppercut hook. 3-2, hard. Oh, the showmanship from Yagshymyradov, popping off the jab. And again, that takedown, looking for the single.
He's got this.
And had another takedown scored here.
And he has some time. Take a look at the time right now. Over a minute left in this round. And Yagshymyradov has showed that he was able to do good work on the ground.
And Yagshymyradov has now secured a takedown in each round. He's 3 for 6. And in the final minute, hoping to make the most of this dominant position.
Энгликас needs to really get himself back to his feet or look for the reversal here because he has not done well as far as stopping the ground and pound attack.
A cut now on the face of
Beautiful elbow.
Julius Энglикас.
Στα Lidl συνεχίζεις να απολαμβάνεις τα αγαπημένα σου προϊόντα ξεκινώντας την εβδομάδα σου κάθε Πέμπτη. Μπούτι κοτόπουλου XXL 3,89. Χαλεπιανά
20 seconds left in the fight. Is Julius Энglикас headed for a career-high 3-fight losing streak?
I would tell you yes.
Yagshymyradov hoping to go to 2-2 in Bellator, and from this vantage point, the crowd here in attendance and our unofficial scorer, Big John McCarthy, agree that Yagshymyradov did enough to pull out the win.
To me, that was a beautiful performance by Yagshymyradov. Yes, that second round, I thought Энгликас came in. But look at this third round action. Look at what happens. Started going to the body and started open up. Look at the uppercut come. Touches that chin a little bit. Not clean. Left hand, right hand. But he was throwing the combinations and then the takedown with over a minute left in the round. When he landed this fight basically was in his control, and there was a beautiful elbow he landed right here.
Oh.
That's the one that cut.
Balanced attack, and yeah, that's a nasty gash under the right eye of Julius. Yagshymyradov landed 105 of 187 strikes, while Энglикас just 47 out of 140. And let's take a look at another angle of the H-E-L-L-B-O-W. That elbow just adding insult to injury. Fighter Chris Lieben, who he gave this sport everything, and we will find out.
Non-stop rounds of action we go. To your judges at Cageside, Derek Cleary, Wade Vieira, Chris Lieben. I'll have it exactly the same at 30-27. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Dövlet Ягшимурадов.
The founder of American Top Team, Dan Lambert, said Yagshymyradov is someone who